everyone. It's Henry at Mowers and Blowers. Good morning. It's very early today, around 9. My dog was barking, so I had to wake up. Today is a rainy day, and today is a day that I usually go to my mom's house to go and mow her lawn. Because it's raining, I don't think I'm going today. So instead of doing that, right, I decided that I'm going to revisit my Heimvision Assure K26 surveillance system. Now this is a wired system. If some of you guys may recall, in part 1 of my review of this Heimvision surveillance system, I wasn't very enthusiastic when I received it. While the manufacturer told me that they would send it to me so that I could do a review on my channel, I said I'd be glad to, but I had no idea that it was a completely wired system. I thought with all the technology and today's age of innovations and everything, getting a surveillance system was an easy plug-and-play install. Much to my dismay, when I read the box, I realized that it's a completely wired system. 4 cameras, 1 base, a mouse, and all the accessories that it comes with for installation was included. Each camera is hardwired to the back of this module, okay? It says HD DVR kit. However, it's not a DVR because it doesn't come with a hard drive. For the layperson who doesn't really understand the differences between different hard drives, there are hard drives IDE for computers, laptops, desktops, what have you, and there's also SATA drives, which are 3.5 inch as well, and they usually go in laptop computers, and they actually make special surveillance hard drives. I guess it's smoother for long-term recording and looping, you know. So this system, it sells for $129.99 on Amazon, and it's the Heimvision Assure K26 model. When I received this box, it says DVR. I'm like, great. I get to record all kinds of footage on a 24-hour loop, right? And if anything happens to, if you have an incident, a tree falls, vandalization, somebody steals your packages, porch pirates, whatever, somebody messes with your car, you can just go back and see what happened, and get the footage for the authorities. So I said, fantastic, I'd love to do it. But when I received this, it was so light, and I realized why, is that this package does not include a hard drive for you to record. So therefore it is not a DVR kit, you know what I mean? It's only a DVR, digital video recorder, if you have a hard drive to record it in. So it comes like this, with no hard drive. So think about this. Dorothy from Kansas wants a surveillance system for her barn so that she keep an eye on Toto, right? Hard drive? I'm supposed to go buy a hard drive and open this thing up and connect the wires? For the regular layperson, you're not going to be able to do that. I'm pretty technical. I wasn't able to get it done until Heimvision decided that, you know what? We want Henry to continue with the review. Let's send him a hard drive. So it took a couple of weeks. They finally sent me a hard drive yesterday. So I'm going to open up this hard drive box and install it into the module. So now it's capable of recording. Also, you need a monitor too. Now, you could fish the wires through your walls, whatever, and connect it onto your HDMI or your VGA input in your big screen television that's on the wall. But I don't think I really want that, you know what I mean? I'm not gonna sit in my living room and just watch surveillance all day, you know what I mean? If something happens, I'll come here to the garage and check out the footage here, I don't really need to do that. So I got an old monitor that I used to have at my mom's house, and the monitor works just fine. As you saw from the first episode of this review, I hooked up just one camera just to see if it works. Hooking up the camera to the module and the wiring for the monitor as well as the module really wasn't all that hard. However, it does come with 60 feet full of spaghetti, which you don't like to mess with. You know, there's wires already all over the place. Just think of absolutely more wires all over the place, you know? I don't understand why there's still wired modules, you know? Why can't it just be wireless? You know what I mean? I mean, it's so much easier. But I promised I was going to do a review, and I'm going to try to make this work. Get out of here! I'm not going to read any instructions. Here's a hard drive they sent me. This is a Seagate Barracuda, 1 terabyte. 1 terabyte is 1,000 gigabytes. So this is very good. You think Dorothy or Toto could figure this out? Okay. Now what? I've got another input here, which I don't have an output for. Oh, here we go. I thought this was connected to the screen. It's got to match there perfectly. It's like a puzzle. So I'm going to try to figure out how to mount this. I think there's four holes here for 4 little screws. You know what? Look. Here, 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 right? Doesn't match up to the holes that are pre-drilled here. Great! So how am I going to mount this? Holes don't match. Wires don't reach. Even if you did it this way, the wire is not long enough to reach over there. You see? Oy vey. I'm going to get some Gorilla Tape and just tape it down or something. Honestly, really. I'll tape it down and get back to you when I put the thing together. Okay, so I did manage to be able to fit 2 screws into the hole, so I didn't have to use duct tape to secure it. So only 2 holes were able to be placed in there. And I think that's pretty secure. I'm going to put the cover back on, and we'll connect it onto my monitor. This cover just goes on like this. And you affix the 4 screws around the sides. That is, if I can find them. So I hooked up all 4 cameras. This is the wire. I had to untangle a lot of spaghetti. That's camera 1, that's camera 2, camera 3, camera 4, just sitting there, all right? it leads to a ton of piles of 4 bundles of 60-foot wire. Then it connected to 4 splitter power connections that connected to 4 video coaxial cables. That's the VGA for the monitor and a power cord. When plugged in, it actually was very easy to do. It comes with a mouse. I'm just using the base here to do it, right? As you can see, my camera here is, I'm standing here. See? This one over here is pointed upwards at my garage. This one is the one right below here pointing at the tractor. This one's pointed outside. So the 4 cameras work. It was plug and play, very easy to do aside from all the wires. And then I wanted to test to see whether or not it was recording. So you just take your mouse, right? You right click it and you go to playback. Then when you go to playback, right? Press play and then it records. You could see where it started here. I had the 24-hour clock wrong and I had it at 10 at night. So I adjusted it now to 10 in the morning. And as you can see, this was just about a couple of minutes ago when I was moving stuff around before I started recording. So it took me like 3 hours. The hardest part, of course, was the wiring. So I'm going to take you off the stand here. I'm going to show you exactly what I did. So it's all set here. Check that out. So I've got the camera 1 is my front driveway, right? Camera 2 is my front porch, where I could see, you know, my walkway and who's coming to the door, my mailbox, my porch. So any porch pirates, you can get them on film. The bottom one, cam 3, is my rear backyard deck, right? You could see about 75% of the right side of my backyard. And then the last camera 4, is the rear left entrance. So you could see who comes in there, and there's my tents where all my mowers are. But there's a little bit of a blind spot, but you can catch whoever can go into the backyard. You could use the mouse, double click this, and it's the full view of the front driveway. Click it again, you can go full view of the front porch, backyard, and the other entrance to the backyard. So I've got all 4 here. You right click on any one of these and then you'll go to playback, and then you could see that I started at 10:30 or so, and it's now 1:30. So about 2.5 to 3 hours I took wiring this stuff. So you press play and it recorded everything. See over here where I'm just starting to get the hang of things. I haven't mounted the cameras yet, right? So it's recorded every bit of video since this has been turned on, from when I started at 10:20 this morning until now, 1:30. So it's all recorded here, and it's on a loop. It's 1 terabyte, which should last about a week's worth or more. You can look at that one, you can look at this one. And then to get out of this, there's live camera right there. So this is the carnage of all the wrappings and stuff, the boxes. So what happened was, this is what I did. I had this in the backyard and this right above my garage, and it never really worked well. It's one of those solar powered ones, right? And so it stopped working after a couple of years because, you know, the battery runs out, you know? So it already had a hole there, you know what I mean? So I just took these off. They both don't work, so they've just been sitting there for years not working. So I figured it'd be a perfect opportunity for me to just fill that hole by putting 1 camera there. I routed the wires underneath the siding, went down these tubes over here, and over here. I made this. This is now drying from silicone. It's just a PVC pipe, or, you know, thingamajig. I used a grinder or cutter, and I cut a slit right there so I can fish the wire through there. Under here is a vent to the garage, see? And there's a hole in there. So I just used that existing hole, routed the wire through here, through there, through the coping over here, up the coping over here, through there, you can kind of see it, above the window there, underneath the shingle, right? You can't even see it. I think I did a pretty good job, actually. Came out of there, underneath here, underneath there, through here, tucked it under there, and put my camera right there. So that camera can see everything that's coming on this driveway. The walkway, the driveway, everything. So then the other 2 wires are routed through here. I didn't really solidify them that much because I got so much stuff, I can't even reach that area. You following what I'm saying? So it goes all the way over here. I know it looks trashy, but my garage is trashy. Hidden under there. And right there. Can you guys see that? Through the hole in the wall to the backyard. I moved my
shed thingamajig over a little bit to the left. So I had room to put a ladder here. And right there was the other solar light sensor that I had, floodlight. And so basically I just replaced the holes by putting one camera that's pointed to the right and one camera pointed to the left for that gate over here. So I think that looks pretty cool. And you know, it was a pain in the butt to do, of course, but it's not like it can't be done, you know. And so I wanted to do it. I wanted to show everybody that while I wasn't happy with the fact that it's a wired system, right, that no matter what, you can do it minimally without customizing it and drilling holes all over the place, you know. So that's what I'm happy about. So while it is a wired system and it's not preferable to me personally, right, this HD DVR kit is now a DVR because they sent me a hard drive for it. Installing the hard drive was very easy. Just plugged in the two cables in there and I just turned on the module. It formatted itself, right? And I didn't have to do any programming. So that was easy too. The only thing I had to do was to set up the startup wizard, right? Where you just have to enter your time zone, the date, the format of the date, create a couple of passwords here and there so you can get in there and, you know, administratively, you know, access the main menu and all the settings. So other than that, it really was plug and play. I used the old monitor via VGA cable into it. It was plug and play. There was no drivers that you had to download or anything. It is not connected to the internet, right? Because you have to route a Ethernet cable to your router. I'm thinking maybe that if I wanted to interface this whole signal to my phone, right, without using an Ethernet cable, I can get one of those Wi-Fi, USB Wi-Fi things and stick it inside one of the USB ports, right? And then I could probably access my Wi-Fi that way and be able to see. But, you know, that's in the future. Maybe I want to do it. Maybe I don't want to do it. Honestly, I don't really care. You know what I mean? But it was easy to set up in terms of interfacing it to the hard drive and being able to set up the menu so you can see everything on the screen, right? The hardest part of it was obviously the wiring all over the house, you know, and I did it minimally, just above my garage, one in front of my garage, two in back of my garage, and one right at the front door, which is very important, right? So most of the time it was hard for me to just route the wires along the wall to the back because, well, my garage is a complete madhouse. You know, I've got so much stuff here. There's no way I can even get close to the wall, you know. There's just so much stuff there. So, you know, granted, if you wanted to wire this in a brand new house, you know, it's much easier, I'm sure. But I'm pleasantly surprised and pleasantly pleased about what I did because, you know, it only took about, I mean, it did take 3 hours, right? But it wasn't really super hard work, you know what I mean? I just really tucked in the wires into the seams so that you couldn't see the wires. And I made that little plastic PVC thing so you don't see the wires, you know? But honestly, I feel pretty secure now. You know, you have a sense of security when you have it because anything that happens from here on, right? It's recorded on a hard drive, 1 terabyte worth. So that's probably good for 7 days to 10 days of nonstop. So am I pleased with the system? Yes, I'm actually pleased with the system. Did it take a long time for me to install hardwiring everything, mounting the cameras? Yes, that took a long time. 2.5 to 3 hours is what it took. But setting up everything else on the monitor and stuff, very easy, plug and play. So unless you wanted to hardwire your house with a surveillance system, $129.99 on Amazon with free shipping is a very good deal. It's very clear in 1080p and it has motion sensors and night vision, which is infrared. So for $129.99, I think that's a pretty good deal. But look out there. There are wireless systems too that are about the same price. Therefore, you would save a lot of trouble hardwiring everything in your cameras.
I think those cameras also, you need to at least be able to plug it into an outlet though to power the cameras. There are other cameras that have an internal battery, which every week or so you have to take the battery out and charge them and put it back in, which I think is a lot of trouble too, you know? So is there a really foolproof, easy way to do it other than one of those stands that you just plug into the wall and it has the ball that moves around, you know what I mean? And that's really cheap too. But it doesn't capture every corner of your house, only one area, you know what I mean? So pretty good system, and I guess I do recommend this Heimvision Allure K26 for $129.99 on Amazon with free shipping. Thank you very much, Heimvision, for sending it to me, and I'm sorry it took so long for me to do the review, but I needed to wait and get a hard drive. Once you sent the hard drive, everything was plug and play, easy to install. It just took a long time to hardwire the cameras. But I'm very pleased with it, actually. Very pleased. I really like it, actually. I might even think about routing a HDMI cable from the module through the wall to my big screen TV in my living room. So that way I can just input and switch over and I can monitor everything from my living room. You know what I'm saying? So I might think about doing that. But thanks a lot for following me along this review of the Heimvision Allure K26 Surveillance System DVR Kit. See you guys next time on Mowers and Blowers. Hey, if you guys enjoyed the video, remember to give me a like. Also, comment below. Subscribe. Remember, it doesn't cost anything to subscribe. It's free, right? Also, hit that little bell. That way you'll get post notifications whenever there's a new video and you won't miss out on any of them. Remember to follow my Instagram and Facebook, as well as if you'd like to donate $1 or $2, paypal.me/mowersandblowers. Really appreciate all the support. Also, to keep the videos coming every day, support the channel. Bye.